eve of what many hoped would be a de-escalation, US President Donald Trump claimed that both Israel and Iran had reached out to him, almost simultaneously with interest in peace. But while Trump announced a ceasefire, events on the ground told a different story. Just minutes before Trump's late-night statement, the Israeli military reported that missiles had been launched from Iran, triggering Israel's defense systems. In a lengthy post, Trump stated, quote, "Iran has officially responded to our obliteration of their nuclear facilities with a very weak response, which was expected, and have very effectively countered. 14 missiles were fired, 13 were intercepted, and 1 was allowed to continue as it posed no threat. I am pleased to report that no Americans were harmed and hardly any damage was done." End quote. He added, "Most importantly, they've gotten it out of their systems. There will hopefully be no further hate. I want to thank Iran for the early notice, which ensured no lives were lost. Perhaps now, Iran can move toward peace and harmony in the region, and I will enthusiastically encourage Israel to do the same." While Trump struck a hopeful tone, Iranian state media said a ceasefire had been imposed on the enemy after what they described as a legitimate response to US aggression. Yet the situation remains far from peaceful. In Beersheba, southern Israel's largest city, a residential building was directly hit by an Iranian missile. According to emergency services, 4 bodies were recovered from the rubble. The rescue teams continued to search for more survivors.
This morning I woke up after yesterday having lost my house, and it's quite hard. You start to realize, because in the first minute, when it happens, you're in a shock and you kind of deny. You don't really realize what really happened. You only see it physically, but things start to come over at night and etc. Well, I hope Iran would take another step and would stop sending missiles to Israel, and would get to some agreements in Israel and stop threatening. I think it would be good for everybody, for them, for the people of Iran, and for the world.
This strike comes just days after a missile hit a hospital in the same city, causing significant damage and raising alarm about escalating civilian casualties. Despite diplomatic language, Iranian air defenses remain active, and Israeli forces are still on alert as fears grow that the ceasefire may only be temporary.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.